Hello viewers, welcome to Silverstone for the second time this season. We are here in Northamptonshire. This time we're on the national circuit. We saw the international circuit in play earlier this season for rounds 15 and 16 of the BSR Club Series. I'm Dan Blake. Paul Smith should be with us a bit later on, having a few difficulties at the moment, but it looks like we've got a good race here at Silverstone. We saw last time out some very good racing, and the championship positions as a result have got a bit closer. We've got Adam Gosling, who leads the championship with 840 points. Maggie Sagowitz second, just 40 points behind 800. Pete Howard third with 776. Fourth is Michael Hall, 717. John Richardson, he won the second race at Brands Hatch last time out. He is on 670. Got Matt Bunn sixth, Liam Atkins seventh, Philip Johansson eighth, Neil Bamber ninth, and rounding out the top 10 is Ben Hackerson. As far as teams go, CQR currently on top of that. They have 1,659 points. Foul Racer in second, Club 73 third, Gone Broke Racing fourth. There's a very tight knit group there between Gone Broke Racing in fourth and Right Motorsport in seventh. Gone Broke on 1085, ARF a fifth on 1045, sixth Team Eye Glazing 1030, and in seventh place of Right Motorsport with 1025. So very close there. And then Paraslide, Team Superior, Halfbait Racing, and Team Mad round out the championship position. So looking at qualifying so far, we've got about 2.5 minutes to go. It's currently Michael Hall and Alex Bristow on the front row, the two CQR drivers doing an extremely good job there. They've drafted each other quite nicely and it's put them in the front row, but not far behind the second place. In third you have Eye Glazing, Benjamin Gregory and Ben Hackerson. So two teammates there ran out the first two rows. Matt Bunn is in fifth and Chaz Drake sixth. So those top six, Team Eye Glazing and CQR, maxing out the top six positions. Pete Howard seventh, Clinton Bell eighth, Magic Sagowitz down in ninth, and Jay Wright in 10th. Also, we have three new drivers in this round. We have the car of Rick Scott, number 4. He makes his debut in the series. Craig McLeod Evans, number 92. He'll make a debut as well. And also Ryan Littlemore, number 31. He's currently 23rd place. Craig McLeod Evans 25th and Rick Scott 32nd out of the 33 cars, and is very, very close. The top, well, from Michael Hall on pole to David Crozier in 33rd, there is just over 1.3 seconds. Very, very close qualifying times here at Silverstone as the cars now come across the line to complete another lap. Benjamin Gregory there giving a draft to his teammate, which is Ben Hackerson, or Ben Hackerson aborts a lap. There are drivers still on the lap though. Got John Richardson currently in 21st place, just came out of Cops Corner now. You've got about a minute left, but behind John Richardson you've got two of the Club 73 drivers. That's Clinton Bell and Sam Reed. Just a reminder, this championship brought to you by Club 73 and XL Designs of BSR Kia Club Series. These are our sponsors for the races today and the rest of the season, as they have been the whole season. So good support from Club 73 and XL Designs on this one. And it looks like we are going to have some very good racing here at Silverstone. It's one of those tracks where the long Wellington Straight, the draft and the slipstream really do make a difference. And we've seen in qualifying the two teams who've been working really well together, Eye Glazing and CQR, they really have maximised that with them taking up the first 6 positions on this grid. And the qualifying times coming up very shortly now, just outside that top 10. Alex Everett, he's 11th place. So Alex make his debut at Brands Hatch, and he was definitely in the thick of the action. He's just 2 thousandths ahead of James Leggett, who's currently in 12th place. Neil Bamber 13th, Trevor Blackburn 14th for Team Mad. So a good display there for Trevor Blackburn as the checkered flag now flies on the sessions. Cars who are currently on a lap will be able to finish it. You've got Michael Hall on the lap. He's just got Matthew Bunn and Pete Howard behind. Pete Howard goes down the inside of Matthew Bunn. He's going to try and get this lap in. Pete Howard currently in 7th place with a 57.727. The two CQR cars go into the pits quite predictably, not wanting to give him anything there, and this time is a 58.8, so no improvement there. To come across the line now to complete this qualifying session. So anyone else on a lap currently? I don't think there is anyone on a lap at the moment. You're Clinton Bell just coming into the pit. So this is the grid then. On pole position is Michael Hall, 57 .441. Alongside him, Benjamin Hackerson up to second place. So the eye-glazing driver of Hackerson breaks up that CQR 1-2. So Hackerson second with a 57.598. Third place is Alex Bristow, 57.610, and 28 thousandths behind him. In fourth place, Ben Gregory, 57.638. There is four drivers on a 57.6 in fifth. Matthew Bunn, 57.659. And alongside him on the third row, Chaz Draycott, a 57.692. Seventh is Pete Harrod, eighth Clinton Bell. Then on the fifth row, Magic Sagaritz and Jay Wright. Sixth row in the 11th place is Alex Everett. Alongside him is going to be James Leggett in 12th. 13th place is Neil Bamber. Alongside him, Trevor Blackburn. 15th for Fair Race, Liam Atkins and ARF's Charlie Richardson. Alongside him in 16th, John Richardson in 17th place. And Championship leader Adam Gosling, 18th place. He's got a bit of a fight back from there, but we've seen that he's very good through the traffic, so that'd be one to watch. 19th place is Stuart Atkinson. 20th, Jim Flanagan for Team Mad. 21st, Tristan Bodis. 22nd is Max Wright. On 12th row, we have Ryan Littimore and Warren Verke. 25th, Craig McLeod Evans on debut. 26th, Michael Jones. 27th is Sam Reed. Ben Warburton 28th. Perry Warburton 29th. And on that 15th row with him, Christopher Sherburn. 31st, Neil Rocks. 32nd, Rick Scott. And in 33rd place is David Crozier. And those are the 33 cars that we have on this Silverstone grid. So Michael Hall, we've seen him do very, very well in these race ones before. He's on pole position, Ben Hackerson alongside him. And I'm really looking forward to this race. This is one that I've been looking forward to for a little while now. Silverstone really does provide some great racing. And the CQR Kia Club Series, not been one to disappoint. The first race is really a race where it's a qualifying positions which make this one no reverse grid. So it should really be the outright pace which decides what happens in these races. Of course, that's not the case with the overtaking, and anything can happen in BSR touring cars. I've seen that not just in this series, in the Pro Series. But here we go, lights out. Michael Hall makes a good start. Ben Hackerson as well. But there's a good start here from the third row. That's the car of Matthew Bunn. He's going to go between Alex Bristow and Hackerson as they come down towards Cops for the first time. And at the moment, there's a little bit of a slide down. There's a tap behind there. One of the Club 73 drivers going around. Oh, there's some contact in front as well. One of the CQR cars, Alex Bristow, back into the wall. He's going to come back across the track. Don't think anyone's going to hit him, luckily. But the field spread. It's like Skittles, really. But there's a car running back because Alex Bristow don't hit anybody. So we've had a bit of trouble, I think, on the first lap. Quite a few cars have been delayed in these incidents. We've got Ryan Littimore as well, debutant. He's got some severe damage. Rick Scott, Charlie Richardson involved as well, Tristan Bodis. There's Trevor Blackburn, Adam Gosling, our championship leader, involved as well. He's in the pit, but out front as they come now to finish the first lap, we got Michael Hall who leads. In second place is the car of Benjamin Hackerson. Matthew Bunn up to third place, but Michael Hall in the lead. Pete Harrod up to fourth place as well. So the order as they come round for the first time is Hall from Hackerson, Bunn third, Pete Harrod's fourth, Chaz Draycott fifth, and Magic Sagaritz up to sixth place, with Ben Gregory down to seventh. So they come through Cops for the first time. Magic Sagaritz under a bit of pressure now from Chaz Draycott. In fact, Sagaritz has gone past Draycott, trying to go round the outside, and that's a good move there from Sagaritz to take fifth place. So Magic Sagaritz's next target is going to be that car in front of him. No, in fact, the move was made by Sagaritz on Benjamin Gregory. So Ben Gregory has lost out there to Sagaritz. Chaz Draycott still in fifth place, but up front at the moment, Michael Hall in the lead. Cars which have been severely affected by those incidents, though, there are some cars a long way back, and unfortunately Adam Gosling, our championship leader, one of those involved. And Michael Hall really has a chance to make this move. Well, with Gosling not scoring points, he can make a difference to the championship standings. Benjamin Hackerson second, Bunn third, Pete Harrod in fourth place there. So Pete Harrod, another one who's climbed up from seventh to fourth, and Pete Harrod there very close behind Matthew Bunn, and he's got a good run out of Cops corner, goes to the inside as Pete Harrod, and I think he will try and make this move stick here. They come down towards Beckett's, and he's going to go wide as Matthew Bunn. And Pete Harrod, thank you very much. That's a very easy move for Pete Harrod once Matthew Bunn got a little bit wide, but that slipstream effect, as we see in front of them, playing a big part as Hackerson right on the boot lid here of Michael Hall. And as they come down towards Brooklands for the second time, or the third time, shall I say, he's going to try and make a move. No, he's not quite going to make a move, but he's got Pete Harrod behind him as well, Matthew Bunn. And then behind them, Chaz Draycott has now been overtaken by Sakovic, although Sakovic goes wide, and that's allowed Draycott a chance to go down the inside. And Ben Gregory, a very interested spectator on this one as well. So the two eye-glazing cars fighting tooth and nail. That fail race car of Magic Sakovic. Down to the inside now will come Benjamin Gregory. Saw Chaz Draycott under a bit of pressure. There's a breakdown for Copse Corner. Down the inside he goes. Magic Sakovic on the outside, he's pushed wide onto the AstroTurf. That will slow him down a little, but Benjamin Gregory should have the momentum to make the move stick, and he does. So good move there from Benjamin Gregory, moving himself up a position past Magic Sakovic. Behind them, you've got Jay Wright up to 8th place. Liam Atkins, he's had a good start as well. He started 15th up to P9, so Liam Atkins doing extremely well to get into the top 10. But this action all through the field, Alex Everett is now in the top 10. John Richardson up to 11th. He's gone past Neil Bamber on this lap, but we'll have a look back up front, see what's going on around there. We're at the same as we were before, but Pete Howard putting a lot of pressure here on the car of Benjamin. He's come quite close to Hackerson, so we'll see what happens here. We've got Ben Hackerson with Pete Howard behind him. So Michael Hall, Ben Hackerson, Pete Howard, Matthew Bunn, and Chaz Draycott are top 5. Draycott just under 3 seconds behind the race leader. But at the moment, these top 3 driving some very good racing. They're very close. And as I said, the slipstream making a real effect. We'll see what happens this time though. But Pete Howard pulling away from the cars behind him, trying to put a bit of pressure on Ben Hackerson. Ben Hackerson also trying to go past Michael Hall. A 3-car battle for the lead is what we have here at Silverstone. We've had 5 laps of this race to go. We've had 5 laps gone. So Michael Hall, Ben Hackerson, and Pete Howard are our top 3. We've got Matthew Bunn in 4th, Chaz Draycott 5th. Ben Gregory was 6th. Last time we checked, there's only been any movement further down that path. Ben Gregory and Chaz Draycott, I think, have switched positions. Yeah, Gregory up to 5th place, Draycott 6th, Sakovic is 7th, Jay Wright in 8th place, Liam Atkins 9th. Rounding out top 10 is Alex Everett. And I believe Paul Smith will be with us very shortly. He's had a few problems, but I think he'll be back very shortly to see what has so far been a fantastic race. Apart from that little issue at the start of the race, couldn't quite see what happened. We'll go back and have a look at that at the end of the race to see what happened there. But out front, Michael Hall has led every single lap of this race, was under intense pressure from those 2 cars behind him of Hackerson and Pete Howard. Pete Howard doesn't look content being in 3rd place. He wants to go for 2nd and maybe the lead, but a fantastic run this time from Ben Hackerson. Michael Hall is going to have to try and stick to the inside, because if not, as they come down Brooklands, Hackerson will be through. Hackerson goes towards that outside line as they come down the Wellington Straight. Outbreaks, tries to outbrake Michael Hall, but Michael Hall doesn't outbrake very easily. Oh, a little bit of contact there, looks like, between Hackerson and Hall. Pete Howard, the opportunist, tries to make it stick down the inside of the Dunkin' Donuts car. That's the eye glazing machine of Hackerson. He is going to make it. So Pete Howard up into 2nd place. 3rd place, down goes Ben Hackerson, and Paul Smith a little bit late to the action, but we've seen some fantastic racing so far. In this top 3, it doesn't look like they're going to split up very easily.
Yeah, Pete Howard showing the prime opportunist move there through the inside when there's that little bit of an incident, and he's looking busy around behind Michael Hall at the moment.
Yeah, Michael Hall, a bit of contact there between Pete Howard, pushes Michael Hall, and Michael Hall's gone wide. Pete Howard, a little bit of a bump and run there. Surely that was, I know it's not going to be intentional from Pete Howard, he's not a dirty driver at all, but Pete Howard has suffered a bit of damage to the front of that Kia Optima, and what that has allowed is the car of Ben Hackerson's now trying to go, they almost went 3 wide there, and this is allowing Matthew Bunn involved as well. Bunn's going to go round the outside into Brooklands to try and go past, and that could be a fantastic move. A little bit of a hit there from the car of Hackerson, but Matthew Bunn up into 3rd place. Michael Hall in the meantime trying to go past Pete Howard. He's pushed Howard out onto the outside, so Michael Hall will retake the lead. We've got Pete Howard in 2nd place. Matthew Bunn's come from nowhere up to 3rd place. He's got a great run here on Pete Howard. Howard goes jinx one way, now he's on the outside. And so break for Copse for the first time. Bunn's going to try and go past him. CQR 1-2 then at the moment.
Yeah, fantastic work from CQR there to move up 2 places there for Matt Bunn in that lap. But look at that pack behind them. 7 cars in this group. This is fantastic racing here. It's almost 2x2x2 here.
Yeah, this battling's allowed them all to catch up. So the battle pack is, we got Michael Hall in the lead. 2nd place is the car of Matthew Bunn. Then you got Pete Howard, Ben Hackerson, Ben Gregory, Chaz Draycott and Magic Sakovic. So we've got 2 CQR, 3 eye glazing cars, and then you got Pete Howard and Magic Sakovic in this as well. So just coming to start the 9th lap very shortly. Michael Hall going around to complete this lap, and Michael Hall has done pretty well in this race, to be fair. There's been a lot of action, but he finds himself back in the lead. Very unfortunate what happened on the first lap. We'll have to go and have a look back after the race and what happened there. I couldn't quite see, well, there's multiple incidents on that first lap, but the ones who have survived have done a very good job. So Michael Hall, Matthew Bunn and Pete Howard, the top three. There, Ben Hackerson very close now behind the back of Pete Howard. You've got Benjamin Gregory, Chaz Draycott and Magic Sagritz, and a bit of a gap back to the fair race car of Liam Atkins. He'll be hoping that he can get onto the back of that 7-car train, because he has a little gap back to John Richardson in 9th.
Yeah, and John Richardson made his way past Jay Wright round the final corner at Luffield, but Jay Wright, he's trying his best to keep hold of John, but at the moment he's just dropping back with Neil Bamber, Alex Everett and the rest following him along. Yeah,
looking at this lead pack, Hackerson had a look at Pete Howard, but Pete Howard was not going to be overtaken. They've got 3 eye glazing cars running in sync there, so very good for eye glazing there, 4th, 5th and 6th. Don't think we've seen the 3 of them that high up for quite a long time, so obviously they've not been a 3-car team for the whole season. Ben Gregory, a mid-season entry, but Michael Hall leads this race. We've currently near enough at the halfway point, 8 minutes and 52 into this race, so just over 11 minutes to go. It's Michael Hall from Matthew Bunn, Pete Howard and Benjamin Hackerson. We're going to look back a little bit further, see what's happening in the top 10. You've got Jay Wright 10th, and you've got Neil Bamber 11th. Alex Everett going wide then. That's going to allow the 73 car, the Club 73 driver to go past him, and that's Clinton Bell. Clinton Bell down the inside here of Alex Everett. The move sticks there, so Clinton Bell up a place on Alex Everett. Behind them you have Stuart Atkinson and the recovering Alex Bristow. Alex Bristow was in the wall. He's currently he's not on the same lap as these drivers, so he's 1 lap down. Other drivers are lap down: Ryan Littlemore, Charlie Richardson, Tristan Bodice, and then 3 laps down Trevor Blackburn, 5 laps down Craig McLeod Evans, and one of the big stories out the race, Adam Gosling.
Yeah, big news that for Adam Gosling to be out the race, the championship leader. He's not had a good couple of rounds at Brands Hatch, and now it's following on here as well. So very good action further down. Max Wright battling with Chris Sherburn and Ben Warburton as well. There's all sorts of battling going on through the field, but yeah, that battle at the front, it's really close at the moment.
Now, the battle you was talking about, there could be a move made as well. Charlie Richardson has been overtaken by one of the gone broke cars. Is that Christopher? No, it's Tristan Bodice. So Tristan Bodice has gone up a place here on Charlie Richardson, and those are 2 drivers who are actually up down.
Matt Bunn at the front, going down the inside into Brooklands. He's going to make that move, but Michael Hall, he's outbraked himself, and Michael Hall goes back past to take the lead once again.
Yeah, Pete Howard, I think he tried to have a little look there, but this time he's not going to make it stick. So Pete Howard will stay in 3rd, Michael Hall in 1st, and Matthew Bunn having a little look there on his teammate and team leader Michael Hall, but not able to quite make it stick. A bit later on the brakes there going into Brooklands, and that was to his downfall, unfortunately. But he's still in 2nd place. He hasn't lost anything out, but behind Pete Howard he's got the eye glazing cars Hackerson, Gregory and Draycott. Magic Sagritz in 7th place, but Liam Atkins, we said he was pulling away, but John Richardson has clawed in that gap to the fair race car, and that could be our next battle. There's also a right
Jay Wright's from
very wide. Yeah, that's Jay Wright. Clinton Bell going to go past the contact though, door-to-door contact in the braking zone. I don't think that's going to cost them too much. Alex Everett's going to go past the both of them here. Fantastic driver from Everett. An opportunity arose as the 2 of them went door-to-door, slowing each other down, although I think Clinton Bell will stick on the inside, but we've seen this already in his 2 appearances in the series so far. Alex Everett not afraid to get stuck in. No contact there between Bell and Everett. That was a bit of a weird collision there. It seemed as almost as if Bell slowed down, and Alex Everett wasn't expecting that. He's now lost out positions as well.
Jay Wright giving Clinton Bell a bit of Morse code there around Luffield as well. He's wanting past, but yeah, it's all action. Ben Gregory's moved ahead of Chaz by the looks of things as well. Magic Sakovic has moved ahead of Ben Hackerson on that lap, so something's happened there to Ben Hackerson.
Yeah, Ben Hackerson's dropped down the field. Ben Hackerson started this race in 2nd on the front row, down in 7th place, and the Magic Sakovic now has gone past 1 eye glazing car. He's got his eyes firmly set on the car of Chaz Draycott, the series leader, on the back here, on the back straight, the Wellington straight, and in front of them it looks like very close for the lead as well. No changes going to be made though into Brooklands, but Sakovic going to go try down the inside of Draycott. I think he scared Draycott a little bit there. And now Magic Sagovic on the outside. Draycott should be able to keep it round the inside. It might have a little bit of contact there. Nothing major though, just a little bit of rubbing. But Sakovic has a great drive, a little bit of a bump to Chaz Draycott as they come out now towards left field and start lap number 14.
That was very clever from Chaz there, just to push Sakovic wide a little bit there and to slow him down. And fantastic work from Chaz to keep ahead at the moment. But this is allowing the guys in front, the front four, to just make a little bit of a breakaway, these two battling. And I'm surprised Matt Bunn's attacking. Well, actually, Pete Harrod's trying his best to get past Matt Bunn, but I'm surprised Matt Bunn's attacking his teammates so much when there's a championship at stake for Michael Hall.
It's interesting, but I think the position that Matthew Bunn's in, he's got Pete Harrod and he's also got Ben Gregory. They're very quick drivers behind, and maybe there are no team orders as such at CQR at the moment. It certainly doesn't look like it, but the battle for third place, Pete Harrod under pressure here from Benjamin Gregory, who breaks a lot later into Brooklands on the inside. Pete Harrod will have the inside for the next corner though, and that's going to keep to his advantage. That's good driving there from Pete Harrod. Let Ben Gregory have the inside for Brooklands, and then carried out through which gave him the inside as they came through left field. And that was a really good move there, to be fair.
Liam Atkins, he's dropped down 2 places. Sorry to interrupt you there. It was John Richardson and Neil Bamber that have got past him on this lap, so Liam Atkins down to 10th for fail race.
Yeah, John Richardson we saw battling, and Neil Bamber coming into that little battle as well. And I think they're still a little bit far behind our main pack for the lead. Hackerson, although behind we got Ben Gregory trying to put all sorts of pressure on Pete Harrod. Benjamin Gregg with a much wider line there onto the Wellington straight, and he seems to have a good run here on Pete Harrod. He's literally gaining, but Pete Harrod also gaining on the car of Matthew Bunn in front. Bunn goes defensive on the inside, but he's left the Kia width there. Oh, that was very close, and they could go 3 wide here because Ben Gregory on the outside is going to try and go past Pete Harrod. We saw this, a little bit of contact there. They've done well to escape any major disaster there, but Ben Gregory's got to try and go to the inside because Pete Harrod has shown he's very good on that inside. He's get a lot of grip out of the exit, the corner there, but not able to get enough grip, and he's lost that third position to Ben Gregory. Yeah, Ben Gregory doing a good job there to make the most of Pete just backing out a little bit. Maybe Pete thinking of the championship as well, because he's up there, of course, up in the top 4, so he's battling for the championship, and he's looking down the inside through Copse to maybe get the inside line into Beckett's. Yeah, Gregory very wide, and this has allowed the field to catch up a little bit, but luckily for Michael Hall, he's been able to have the opportunity to pull away a little bit. Harrod and Gregory, this could be interesting. I thought that was a bit close, and that can now allow Chaz Draycott. He's got a bit of a run here on Ben Gregory, but Ben Gregory on Pete Harrod, and if these drivers fight, they're going to let the 2 CQR ones pull clear. Michael Hall has already pulled out a bit of a gap to himself and Matthew Bunn. And if the eye-glazing cars on Pete Harrod get involved in too fierce a battle, we could say goodbye to CQR drivers and it'd be battle for third place. Yeah, absolutely. This is falling into CQR's hands perfectly for this first race, because Ben Gregory is all over the back of Pete Harrod. He's hounding him at the moment, and he's got his teammate Chaz Draycott right behind as well. So Magic Sakovic, of course, one of the championship contenders, he's up at the back of these guys now, so he's done a good job to get with these guys. So could be an interesting battle these last 4 minutes. Yeah, the battle up front, Michael Hall has pulled out a 1.3 second lead, so with just, as you say, just over 4 minutes to go, I think Michael Hall looking in quite a good position, and Matthew Bunn, he seems quite secure, although Pete Harrod will be making sure he doesn't feel that secure, but Matthew Bunn has a little bit of a gap. That's the biggest gap there is in that top 4 or 5, because Harrod has got the 3 eye-glazing cars right behind him, while Sakovic is in front of Hackerson, of course, so he's got 2 eye-glazing cars, a fair race car, and then the other eye-glazing car. But let's have a look a little bit further back. We've got John Richardson. Wright. I was going to say Jay Wright, he's battling away with Alex Everett as well. Clinton Bell going down the inside, and he'll make it through into Brooklands. Yeah, Stuart Atkinson also part of that little battle, so Stuart Atkinson, Alex Everett and Clinton Bell getting very close. Oh! A little bit of contact there. And Bell going across a bit wide there. That's going out Everett on the inside just now. Yep, so, and also that's Stuart Atkinson as well, taking advantage. The car there of Alex Bristow is actually a lap down a CQR car, so he's not fighting with his guys. So Atkinson going inside of Everett. That was a little bit over opportunistic, I think, there from Stuart Atkinson. I don't think that was quite on, but he's not taking any advantage from that, so I can't see the stewards doing anything about that one. He did well to get the place back, but a little over optimistic there from Stuart Atkinson, but he's got a better run onto the Wellington straight. But Clinton Bell also wants into this one.
Yeah, it's go 3 wide surely down the Wellington Straight. Alex Everett going, well, he's taking his racing line really, which surprises me. Stuart Atkinson getting on the brakes a little bit there. A 3 wide into Brooklands, and where's Clinton Bell going? I thought he was going to go into the kitty litter there, but he's carried on, and all over the curbs, and turns Stuart Atkinson around, and well, Clinton Bell, he'll claim that Atkinson didn't leave him any room, but Atkinson won't be too happy right now.
No, I think Clinton Bell was actually off Phil Wills over that white line, so yeah, Clinton Bell was actually off the circuit there, so I think it's a tough one really, but Atkinson will say that he wasn't on the track, but then Bell will say I wasn't given the room to come back on. But if Clinton Bell's gone off the track, is it really the choice of the driver in front to do that? That's the question which the stewards may have to look at. But as we see at the front at the moment, we have that battle, and they're battling Ben Gregory and Pete Harrod down into Brooklands. Harrod on the inside there, and now Chaz Draycott may have an opportunity on Ben Gregory as Pete Harrod pushed his eye-glazing teammate there a little bit wide. Got Gregory on the outside, Draycott, should I say, on the outside of Ben Gregory, and this is fast and furious action. But Michael Hall is liking this very much because just under a minute and a half to go, he leads this race from his CQR teammate Matt Bunn. And then the battle for third and fourth places. There's a bit of smoke there into Cop's corner, and Magic Sagwich putting a lot of pressure on Chaz Draycott. It's that foul race car in the late stages of the race. May think if he's been a little bit cautious now, that in his final couple of laps he's going to make a move.
Yeah, if he's looked after his tyres, although saying that, there's Ben Hackerson looking around the outside there through Beckett's.
Oh, that could have been a bit dodgy there. I thought they were going to go some quarter panel there. Very lucky to avoid anything there, but Sakovic has got to be careful because Hackerson on the inside as they come down towards Brooklands.
Yeah, Sakovic, they've dropped back there a little bit from the pack in front of them, but Hackerson, well, he's not going through this time by, and we will be on to the final lap this time round.
Yeah, so Michael Hall will start his final 2.63 miles, I think, of this track. He comes to around start lap 21, and Michael Hall had a little battling to do earlier in the race, but as soon as we got to the last three quarters, we got to the 3 quarters mark, really, the rest of the field were fighting it out amongst themselves. That's giving Michael Hall the chance to do what he does best, just get his head down, put some laps in. It looks like it's going to be good, but Matthew Bunn's been caught up here by Pete Harrod, so that CQR 1-2 could be threatened here because Harrod looks extremely impatient behind Matthew Bunn. But it's been the last lap. I can't blame him really, although he's got Ben Gregory right behind him as well. So Michael Hall, we can think quite safely say, unless he makes a mistake and this last sector of the lap is going to take the lead, just what happens from second on back.
Yeah, Matt Bunn going very defensive, right up to the white line there on the inside, going in towards Brooklands. They're going to go 3 wide, maybe? No, maybe against that. But Pete Harrod going down the inside, and he's going to go through into second place. A little bit of contact. And Ben Gregory's trying to go through this contact behind us.
Sliding through the corner of was Chaz Draycott, but Michael Hall is not worrying about any of this whatsoever. He's going to come across the line to take victory in our first race. Victory for Michael Hall. Pete Harrod's going to take second place. Matthew Bunn third. Ben Gregory fourth. Fifth for Chaz Draycott. Sixth for Magic Sagwitz. And seventh Ben Hackerson. John Richardson will come across in eighth. Neil Bamber ninth. And riding out top 10 for fair race is Liam Atkins.
Yeah, fantastic result there for CQR to be able to get a 1-3 at least. Pete Harrod making that move in the final, on the final lap. So, Matt Bunn will be pleased with that. He started 5th, he's up to 3rd, so that's not bad. But Pete Harrod, great start to this round, 7th to 2nd, so good work from him. But quite a few other battles have been going on throughout the field, and they're all sorting themselves out. James Leggett is the last man kind of come across the line, and he'll be taking that pole position. And Ben Warburton was taken put round on that final lap as well.
I think Warburton was the aggressor. Max Wright seems to have a lot of damage, and looking at the replay, it was Warburton into Max Wright. A hard impact into the barrier there for Max Wright, into that concrete wall. He was lucky to be able to finish that. It's having another look at that now on the camera. So they've come out of the corner, and Warburton on the outside on the curb. It's one of those ones which a bit like the Clinton Bell one, really, where one's off track trying to get back on, and unfortunately Max Wright the victim there. But for Max Wright, it's not all bad, because this will give him pole for the second race. It's been the last one on the lead lap. So, in round 15 of the BSR Club Series, Michael Hall takes victory by 3.1 seconds to Pete Howard. Third place is Matthew Bunn. Fourth is Ben Gregory. 5th, Chaz Draycott. 6th is Magic Sagritz. 7th, Ben Hackerson. They were the main leaders in the pack, which we were concentrating on. Some fantastic racing there, but behind them there was a lot of action going on. 8th place was John Richardson, 9th Neil Bamber, 10th Liam Atkins, 11th was Jay Wright with Clinton Bell in 12th, 13th Jim Flanagan, a good result for Jim Flanagan there, 14th Alex Everett, 5th Roy Verke, 16th Christopher Sherburn, Michael Jones 17th. That's another quite high finish there for Michael Jones. I'd be happy with that. One of his better results of the season. 18th is Ben Warburton, 19th Stuart Atkinson, 20th Sam Reed, and then outside the top 20, 21st is Neil Rocks, 22nd David Crozier, 23rd Perry Warburton, 24th on his debut for Rick Scott, 25th James Leggett, and the last car on the lead lap, Max Wright in 26th, and that'll give him pole for our reverse grid race. Those cars were a lap down. 27th Alex Bristow following the events of the first lap, Ryan Littlemore on his debut 28th, Tristan Bodis 29th, Charlie Richardson 30th, Chad Blackburn 31st, in 32nd another debutant Craig McLeod Evans, and Adam Gosling out of the race in 33rd, and that's going to be a bitter blow to his championship hopes.
Yeah, it will be a bit of blow to his championship hopes. One person that won't mind Adam Gosling not finishing that race is the man who joins us now, Michael Hall. Congratulations, another race victory in race 1, and it was looking tough for you though in the at the start of that race.
Yeah, it wasn't easy. I mean, I was trying to just do what needed to be done at the start. I was never going to run away with the slipstream. Trying to save the tyres and just defend in the right places, get the drive out where I needed it, but got a nice tap from Ben, another one from Pete, and that damaged the car. I was really slow in a straight line after that.
And, well, you were also under attack from your teammate as well, going into Brooklands. Maybe a little bit too hot into there was Matt, but obviously no team orders in your team.
No, he's free to do whatever he wants. He'd give it a go, but yeah, he overcooked it, bless him.
But you're able to pull away at the end there because they were all battling, so you must be happy with that result. And looking towards the championship, it certainly helps you because you were, about 123 points behind. So that'll help your championship results with Adam not finishing.
Yeah, I think Pete was in front of him in the championship as well, though, and he nicked second on the last lap. So see what we can do in the next race.
Well, that's it. You've got to fight your way through. The overtaking is possible here, though, so do you feel confident?
Yeah, as long as it don't start how it did last week with a massive pile-up before anyone even crossed the line. But yeah, if we get away cleanly, I think we can make up some places.
Well, congratulations there. Well done on the race victory, Mike.
Thank you very much. Cheers, Paul.
So yeah, Dan, that was a fantastic result for Michael Hall to get that. But as he said, Pete Harrod finished second, and he was ahead of Michael Hall going into this round of the championship.
Yeah, it's going to be very, very close with Adam Gosling have his misfortunes. There are some standouts. So John Richardson did very well. Started 17th up to 8th place. And also we've got the likes of Pete Harrod, started 7th, finished 2nd. Magic Sagritz gained 3 places as well from 9th to 6th. Then Jim Flanagan started 20th, finished 13th. You got Roy Verke starting 24th, finishing 15th. Christopher Sherburn, this is a good result for him. He started in 30th place and up to 16th at the end. So further down the field, there have been some stories of drivers that you haven't focused on. You've actually done an extremely good job there in that first one.
Absolutely. Well, hopefully, touch wood, things will resume as normal for the next race after these commercials here. A little bit of internet connection problem for myself, but thankfully everything seems to be running okay now. So yes, we'll just go to some commercials, and after these commercials we'll be right back with the next round of the BSR Kia Club Series in association with Club 73 Karting and XL Designs here on Apex Racing TV.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos and danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. Sure, they've got the most accurate tracks and realistic cars out there, but that's just the start. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight, and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all are kept in the pits. Not to mention that with over 45,000 active members already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in on the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
Truex in the outside, contact made. 56 slides it at a 4. Who's going to be into stripe? Dead even, give it to Ryan Truex. Truex is your winner over Tandy.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos and danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. Sure, they've got the most accurate tracks and realistic cars out there, but that's just the start. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight, and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all are kept in the pits. Not to mention that with over 45,000 active members already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in on the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
Truex in the outside, contact made. 56 slides it at a 4. Who's going to be at the stripe? Dead even, give it to Ryan Truex. Truex is your winner over Tandy.
Welcome back to the Apex Racing TV coverage of the BSR Kia Club Series in association with Club 73 Karting and XL Designs. It's Paul Smith and Dan Blake with Samuli Kumo on the cameras. And yes, I've managed to put a 50p in the meter, so we have got fully functioning internet at the moment for the time being. And well, Dan, it was an exciting first race with not too many incidents, but the ones that did happen were pretty big.
Yeah, the first corner and on the first lap there was incidents on the start line, somebody telling me that there were cars flipping, which Adam Gosling was involved in, unfortunately, and then also Alex Bristow had contact as well going into the wall hard, so that really did compromise his race. But after the first lap there wasn't really many incidents to talk about. There were a couple, so Clinton Bell was involved in one turning Jay Wright, I think it was, and then there was the one with Warburton and Max Wright, but other than that it was a quite clean race, and Michael Hall took advantage of those battling behind him to take a lead, and it was one he wouldn't give up. He took the win with second place Pete Howard and Matthew Bunn in third.
And well, you know, as we were saying to Michael before the ad break, it was a crucial result for him in terms of the championship with Adam Gosling not finishing. But as he pointed out, Pete Howard as well was in there, so still plenty of chances. And of course there was Magic Sakovic as well. He was up in finished 7th place, didn't he? So you know, championship contenders catching up on Adam Gosling, but they've still got to sort themselves out between themselves.
Yeah, so quite close together. Before the round started, obviously we had the car of Adam Gosling 40 points ahead of Sakovic, and Hall a further 24 behind. So Michael Hall 4th in the championship. He had some bad luck earlier in the season, but as it's gone on he's gradually getting closer and closer, and Sakovic and Howard are very, very close to Gosling, and I think Adam Gosling may not even be leading the championship as of now, and Magic Sakovic and Pete Howard very close, but I think Magic Sakovic, as we stand at the moment, does have the championship lead.
But well, we're going into this race. We've got the reverse grid, and Max Wright, by virtue of that incident with Ben Warburton, ends up on pole position. So every cloud has a silver lining, I suppose.
Yeah, we saw also at Brands Hatch an incident for John Richardson, saw him on pole, and he went to win that race, and Max Wright hit by Warburton, but in the end he managed to get a reverse grid pole. And Max Wright has historically this season been very strong in these reverse grid second races, having top 5 and top 10 finishes from them. So maybe something that Max Wright, despite the fact being a bit disappointed in the first race, I think he'll come back fighting in the second one.
And of course, as James Leggett is going to be starting in second place as well, he'll be hoping for a good result, because he's not had the best of luck really, as James, this season, considering he has been a race winner in last season.
Yeah, James one who at the start of the season we saw him up the front, but quietened down quite a bit for James Leggett, so he'll be looking to kickstart a season as well. As a few drivers like that who started off pretty well and things have not really gone that great for them, and then some of the newer drivers to series like Benjamin Gregory, he'll be looking to make an impact, as if I suppose he has made an impact being at the front, but he'll want to take a victory. Also Alex Everett, he's also another driver in the second meeting, proving he can run it in the top 10, and so there's a few drivers to watch out for in this second race. And the checker flag now coming down that warm-up session, and we'll now see the grid for this race, which does have, as you say, Max Wright and James Leggett on pole, debutant Rick Scott 3rd, Perry Warburton's 4th, David Crozier 5th, Neil Rock 7th, Sam Reed 7th, Stuart Atkinson 8th, Ben Warburton and Michael Jones ran out the top 10 there, so some names there which could win the race.
Yeah, really competitive front of the grid there, but just behind them, Chris Sherman, Roy Ververke. Roy Ververke not the easiest person to get past. Alex Everett, Jim Flanagan in 14th, Clinton Bell, Jay Wright, Liam Atkins, race winner of course this season. It was here at Silverstone on the international track, wasn't it? So he has fond memories of this track. But yeah, just at the back of the grid there, you've got Alec Bristow back there, but we're getting ready for the start. And at the front, it's Max Wright. The lights are going to go red, the engine revs rise, and we're all set for another 20 minutes here at Silverstone. The green light goes, away we go, and Max Wright, not the best start there.
Leggett
Leggett down the outside there. Alex Everett is going to follow him through as well. Hopefully everyone gets through the first corner fine here as well. Through the first corner, Cops. Oh, a little bit of sliding, bit of bumping and boring behind, actually. I can
Just
hear
carnage
contact.
in Cops. We've got Jay Wright, Jim Flanagan involved as well. Jay Wright extremely wide. Having a look back at that now, there's a big pile up in that mid-pack area, which involved
Clinton
Ferrari's
Bell.
car. There's
Clinton Bell has a lot of damage on his car.
Stuart Atkinson involved as well. So it looks
Chris
like there's about
Sherburn.
6 or 7 cars involved in that, but the majority of the field have got through okay. Adam Gosling's still running, now making up positions on the Wellington Straight.
But yeah, it's James Leggett who's taken the lead here.
Sorry to interrupt, Liam Atkins, a lot of damage going down the Wellington Straight slowly, so he'll be heading to pit lane.
Yeah, so coming towards the end of the first lap then, it's James Leggett in the lead with Max Wright in second, Rick Scott in third place, a good place on his debut here. Perry Warburton in fourth place with Dave Crozier in fifth, although Ben Warburton has just made his way past past Sam Reed. So Sam Reed having a look, and late diving move there from Alex Everett, and he's made it through past Sam Reed, so he's up to 7th place already. You've got Neil Rocks in 9th with John Richardson in 10th. John Richardson already in a good place.
Yeah. Also, David Crozier now making a move on the Wellington Straight against Perry Warburton. Perry Warburton on the inside, Team Mad Driver on the outside. They're going to break for Brooklands, and it looks like that Perry Warburton's just going to keep that position, but David Crozier, if he keeps it around the outside, will have the inside line. He'll take the place now.
We were going 3 wide down there. Neil Rocks, John Richardson and Ben Hackerson were going 3 wide there. Ben Gregory is in the back of Neil Rocks now. So the Team High Glazing cars making their way through the pack now. But James Leggett trying to make a breakaway at the moment at the front. But it's a battle between Dave Crozier and Perry Warburton that's still neck and neck going into Cops Corner.
Yeah, Perry Warburton right on the back, but Alex Everett is putting the other Warburton under a lot of pressure. That's Ben Warburton, and there's a massive gaggle of Kias behind them. It's like a stampede of the faster drivers coming through, and wide goes Crozier, and that's going to give Perry Warburton the chance to gain that place back.
Yeah, so Perry Warburton down the inside, but of course Dave Crozier has got the inside line for Brooklands. You've got drivers behind battling away as well. And, well, we're looking at this one. Perry Warburton late on the brakes, very late on the brakes compared to Crozier. And Alex Everett is making his way back through the inside of Ben Warburton, and into the side of Crozier goes Alex Everett. And there goes Ben Warburton down the inside. He's going to try and make it 3 wide. That's not going to work, guys, surely not. They are going 3 wide down the start-finish straight, and well, Ben Warburton, you would have thought, would have got a slow-down penalty there, and in fact I think he has. So down the inside, Everett and Crozier come together again, and that's going to allow the Iron Glazing car to go through Ben Hackerson, and one of the Club 73 cars. There's a car coming out the pits. Possibly the worst time to be coming out the pits, but manages to avoid them all. But Alex Everett with a very battered Kia.
Yeah, Alex Everett, as you say before, likes to get stuck in, and the Club 73 car there is the one of Sam Reed, the 3 wide behind as well.
Neil Rocks, Ben Gregory, and is that John Richardson?
That's John Richardson, yeah, and also behind Sakovic, Pete Howard, and Matthew Bunn and Michael Hall. This is some of our top runners from that first race, and Pete Howard's just gone past Magic Sakovic, but Michael Hall going past Matthew Bunn as well. So our front runners from the first race are now down and just about outside the top 10.
You look at this field, I mean, from about 5th place down, there's less than half a second gaps between the whole of the field there. So it just shows you how close we are. We're about 4 minutes gone so far. And, well, it's still James Leggett at the front. 3.2 seconds is the lead. But it's this battle in the mid-pack with these faster drivers coming through. It's always difficult to do as Magic Sakovic gets into the back of Pete Harrod into Beckett's. Now down the Wellington Straight, he's dropped back a little bit.
Yeah, is that John Richardson? Yeah, John Richardson about to go down the inside of Neil Rocks too. He's got a good move, and they're also fighting behind as well. The eye glazing car. Ben Gregory's hit Crozier, and now it's going to Constantina up. Neil Rocks gets a little tap there from John Richardson, but not a lot that could be done there. That instant in front did stack the field up a little bit. Luckily, no one's come out of it too damaged, although there have been some place changes.
Yeah, and Magic Sakovic trying to make the most of this to go down the inside of Pete Harrod at the moment. So down, round through Woodcut Corner for yet another lap, and it's Neil Rocks just slotting in front. You've got Ben Gregory trying to go down the inside of Dave Crozier, but not able to make it. Well, he has made it move this time, and he's got that place as loyal as John Richardson trying to follow him through. But look at this pack behind them. You got Pete Harrod ducking, diving, trying to go past.
Contact. Harrod went into Neil Rocks there, and looks like another two cars
Dave
going
Crozier
wide, unfortunately, and it's getting a little bit tense here in this mid-pack area. Harrod, Sakovic, and the two CQR cars fighting hard. John Richardson showing his signs of damage as well, but one of the cars which has gotten away from this is the car of Ben Hackerson, and Ben Hackerson is now up into what I believe to be, is that fourth?
Yeah,
fourth place. So Ben Hackerson making hay while the sun shines as such.
Yeah, started 20th up to 4th place. Impressive work from Ben Hackerson there, as we've got Pete Harrod still side by side with Maciej Sakovic through Woodcote once again for another lap. Pete Harrod has got the inside line for Copse Corner. He's got Michael Hall right behind as well. Pete goes down the inside of Maciej Sakovic, and Hall is trying to follow his way through along with his teammate Matt Bone. Maciej Sakovic is trying to line up Pete Harrod as well going into Beckett's, but it's going to be Michael Hall just decided to just slot in behind Pete, but trying to get that better run onto the Wellington Straight.
Yeah, Maciej Sakovic, a big loser there at Copse, going wide and also onto the Astroturf, cost him a place to Harrod and also to Michael Hall. And also behind them as well, you have Michael Hall, Matthew Bunn and Alex Bristow as well. He started way down the field, although there's Matthew Bunn and Maciej Sakovic side by side, but Alex Bristow has come right through this field, started 27th up to 15th, and now challenging his teammate Matthew Bunn. Oh, there's going to be contact between the two there. Oh, you don't want to be doing that, Alex. That's your teammate.
Yeah, absolutely. When teammates attack, we saw that at Bathurst between Bunn and Hall, as we've got drivers moving through the field. We've got, side-by-side action with Ben Gregory and Sam Reed, and Gregory's ahead of him. Ben Warburton's trying to make it down the inside with John Richardson trying to make it 3 wide. That's not going to work through there into Beckett, but Ben Warburton's slotting in behind at the moment as he's now taking that tighter line through, and Sam Reed running wide. It's going to let Ben Warburton through, and John Richardson is following him through.
Yeah, and also you got Pete Harrod just behind as well. Jim Flanagan in retirement, that's unfortunate. He never seems to get the luck, but John Richardson is going to have a go down the inside to Sam Reed going into Brooklyn. Although Sam Reed's late on the brakes, and that might cost him some positions, although he's keeping it tight to that inside, so that does give him a fighting chance. Though John Richardson trying to go outside and behind. A little bit of contact between Maciej Sakovic and Michael Hall. Matthew Bunn and Alex Bristow behind, so 3 CQR cars in a row. But as they come to start this 9th lap, as they at the beginning, the end of this top 10 is where the action really is at the moment.
Absolutely. Just to let you know, Ben Hackerson is right up to 3rd place now, and he's on the tail of Max Wright. If he can get past Max Wright fairly quick, then he's got the perfect chance to make the move on James Leggett. Max Wright just running a little bit wide into Beckett's there, and that's allowing Ben Hackerson to make the move, or try and make the move down the inside, but Max Wright has got the pace at the moment going down the Wellington Straight. Ben Hackerson, though, looking to the inside into Brooklands, braking about the same time, but Hackerson with that inside line has gone and made it through into 2nd place, and now the chase is on. Ben Hackerson, he's got 5.2 seconds to catch up to James Leggett with 11 minutes left.
Yeah, 11 minutes to go. I think Max Wright there, if he stayed on the inside, he would have made Hackerson go round the outside, but he went onto the outside, and that opened the door up for Hackerson to go down the inside there. So Hackerson up to 2nd place, and with 5.1 seconds, the chase is on for James Leggett. Max Wright 3rd, Alex Everett up into 4th. We've got Perry Warburton 5th, Ben Gregory, the other white glazing car, now up into 6th place.
Yeah, Rick Scott, a good debut at the moment. He's in 7th place behind Ben Gregory, but ahead of John Richardson. John Richardson having a good race, started 19th up to 8th, so plenty of action there as Rick Scott runs wide, but look at that line of cars behind Sam Reed at the moment. You've got Maciej Sakovic, who's made it past Pete Warburton. You've got Pete Warburton, as I say, Michael Hall, Matt Bunn, Chaz Draycott has split 2 of the CQR cars. Michael Hall looking down the inside and into the side of Sam Reed. Oh, there's more contact, and the unfortunate man to lose out is Sam Reed.
Yeah, very unfortunate. And Michael Hall pushed him out of the way and straight into Matthew Bunn, his teammate there. So, not very good team tactics there. But it's Michael Hall ahead now of Pete Harrod. But Magic Sakovic is clear of all of them. And that really was a case of a little bit of, I don't want to say desperation, but yeah, I think that they wanted to get that driver out of the way, unfortunately, and that's what happened.
It was the old 1-2 between the CQR teammates, as we've got Chaz Draycott now going past Tristan Bodis through Copse and into Beckett's. Got the slight inside now going into Beckett's there. Tristan Bodis runs very wide there, and that's allowed Chaz through. Adam Gosling, by the way, is behind Jay Wright, and in fact he's going past Jay Wright up a place, so that is up to 17th for Adam Gosling at the moment. So good work from the back of the grid for Adam, and it's just a case of damage limitation at the moment for him.
Yeah, Adam Gosling, he can get back onto the rear of this pack, which has got Bodis, Draycott, Bristow, Bunn, and the other championship contenders. He may be able to, as you say, do a bit of damage limitation, but I think Sakovic and Michael Hall going to try and get clear of this. But Magic Sakovic definitely the man on the move up to 8th place. I can't see it being too long before he goes past Ben Warburton either. Warburton going a little bit wide there into Copse, and this will give him his opportunity for Sakovic to go through.
Yeah, absolutely. Sakovic, the tighter line through Copse, and that's given him the place ahead of Ben Warburton. So up to 8th place for Majek from 21st on the grid. Michael Hall, concertina effect there, and the two teammates have crashed, and Michael Hall is out as well as his teammate Matt Bunn. They've both got disqualified once again at Silverstone in the second race.
Oh, that's an absolute travesty. David Crozier also going backwards into the gravel at Beckett. So what happened there was, that's teammate on teammate as well. He was hit by Trevor Blackburn. So teammates not really being very matey at the moment. But CQR and the Team Mad drivers hitting each other in very quick succession.
But the thing is, the Team Mad drivers are still going, so only one CQR car left, and that's Alex Bristow. He's got to hold his own now against Chaz Draycott, who's behind him. Just up at the front, Ben Hackerson has caught up. He's now 3.6 seconds behind James Leggett, and at this rate, he could maybe get onto the back of him with about 2 minutes to go, so it could be an interesting final 2 minutes.
As soon as Hackerson gets into that slipstream, he'll find himself getting very close to James Leggett. But as you say, Hackerson up to second, definitely a possibility. The battle for third, Max Wright and Sam Reed. Alex Everett and Benjamin Gregory not far behind, John Richardson, and then behind them, down the way into straight, Perry Warburton on the outside, Magic Sakovic on the inside, and those CQR drivers disqualifying each other. That really could be a turning point in the season for Michael Hall, because he was starting to catch it up again, but this DNF is going to cost him pretty badly, and unfortunately it was his teammate Matthew Bunn with the disqualification happen with.
Neil Rocks is out the race as well, so he's not going any further. Sam Reed is a lap down actually at the moment, so Max Wright doesn't need to worry too much about Sam. It's Alex Everett that's the one in 4th place. But yeah, disaster for several drivers at the moment. So as we say, no Clinton Bell out the race at the start. Liam Atkins followed him not short long after that. Jim Flanagan out, as you said earlier. Christopher Sherburn, he's out. Stuart Atkinson, he's still running, but he's a long way down there. Matt Bunn, Michael Hall and Neil Rocks also out of the race. So quite a few drivers have been struggling in this, and well, unfortunately for them, they're out, but that's good news for some of the championship contenders, Pete Harrod and Magic Sakovic, as well as Adam Gosling.
Yeah, speaking of Pete Harrod, he's almost in the middle of a Warburton sandwich there. The Warburtons fighting very close together there. That is Ben Warburton trying to put the pressure on Perry Warburton there. So those two cars very close together. Pete Harrod almost went down the middle 3 wide, thought better of it. He's got Alex Bristow behind him and Rich Scott. As far as the championship goes for Pete Harrod, not in a bad place at the moment, so it doesn't take too many risks, but the Warburtons are in front going hammer and tong.
Yeah, the Warburtons are they're trying to sort themselves out. They're well, it's close, but still Pete Harrod behind them. They're holding station at the moment, although Ben Warburton's looking the more racy of the two, if I must say, because Perry is going very defensive there into Brooklands now, and Pete Harrod, he's knowing that he's got to get a move on, because here comes Alec Bristow down the inside. He's looking to try and take at least some points away from Pete Harrod to limit the effect of Michael Hall going out. But here comes Pete Harrod looking down the inside into Brooklands on Perry Perry Warburton, but Perry staying ahead at the moment.
And also something which may be making them go a little bit quicker here is Alex Bristow tries to get down the inside. Adam Gosling is now on the back of this battle, so after a very bad first race with a non-point score, Adam Gosling is now going to try and take some points off his championship rivals. He is not far behind this battle at all.
And I can tell you, Ben Hackerson is now 2.7 seconds behind James Leggett, so that is getting closer. Rick Scott is falling down the order as well. He is down in 15th place at the moment, so he's behind that battle between Pete Harrod and Alec Bristow, which is still going on. They were going side by side through Cup's corner there, but sorting themselves out, and Pete staying ahead for the time being. But it's this battle towards the front with Ben Gregory now. He's on the back of Alex Everett and Max Wright as well.
Yeah, so the battle for the final podium place intensifying here. You've got Max Wright, Alex Everett, Ben Gregory. Everett down the inside. That's a bit of a touring car move there, and Ben Gregory's going to try and give him some as well. And this is the typical touring car racing stuff that Everett putting the bumper in there on the car of Max Wright, which is going to get him up into 3rd place, or 4th place will go Ben Gregory. But I think Ben Gregory will try and make a move here into Cups. He's going to brake a little bit late. Everett is very smart though, although what he's done is pushed himself wide, and that gives Ben Gregory into Beckett's. But Max Wright, a momentum mid-door bang, Alex Everett and Benjamin Gregory, they're coming down towards Beckett's, that right-hander. Gregory on the brakes, and again there may be a little bit of contact. Oh, bouncing over the curb there goes Benjamin Gregory. There's a little touch there, and that could have ended quite badly with a quarter panel. Luckily that is not the case, but Max Wright, and also getting involved in this one as well, looks like the car of John Richardson. Yeah, John Richardson involved as well, but it's John Richardson going down the inside at Max Wright. That's a good little move there from John Richardson, and also in front of them we've got Ben Gregory going ahead of Alex Everett, but these 4 cars really are fighting hard. John Richardson has a lot of momentum though out of that final corner. He's going to try and now go alongside the car of Alex Everett. John Richardson on the outside, Max Wright trying to play into this as well, and this is allowing Magic Sagowitz to catch up to them all as well.
Absolutely, I was just about to say, as Alex Everett later on the brakes into Cops there, but John Richardson once again carrying the speed, maybe using a little bit too much of the runoff there to be able to carry that speed through, and John Richardson is ahead of Alex Everett now, so he's up to 4th place. Ben Gregory is up to 3rd at the moment, but yeah, Magic Sakovic, he's onto the back of that pack, he's in 7th place at the moment. Ben Hackerson is now just 1.6 seconds behind with 2.5 minutes left, so I was about right in saying that with 2 minutes to go he'd be catching up, and James Leggett, he's got a tough task at hand to keep Ben Hackerson behind, because Ben Hackerson is a very quick driver.
Yeah, Ben Hackerson a very quick driver, but he doesn't have much time. He's going to go past James Leggett. James Leggett comes across the line, and there is just over 2 minutes to go, so 1.6 seconds is the gap, and if Ben Hackerson could get into that slipstream of James Leggett, the last lap or two could be very uncomfortable for the Swindon driver.
Well, he was 0.6 of a second faster on that last lap, was Ben Hackerson, so it's going to be tight for time, but well, if there's one man who can do it, it's Ben. But James Leggett, he's got all the pressure on him. He has been a race winner last season, of course. He won a race, so don't count him out for the win yet, as John Richardson's got a very good run out of Beckett on Ben Gregory at the moment. So the Team High Glazing team once again doing well, just making a little bit of a rub on the back bumper of Ben Gregory, and John Richardson down the inside into Brooklands. He's trying to make that move stick. He's going to go rubbing panel to panel, and well, Ben Gregory keeps it on the inside, and that's going to allow Alex Everett, the damaged Alex Everett, to go down the inside.
Ooh,
contact!
Gregory
John Richardson
there.
off, and Sakovic now, he's got the run on all of them, but he's had to back out because there was nowhere for him to go. But Everett now all over the back of Ben Gregory.
Yeah, fantastic racing here between these drivers. Don't know where to look. Gregory going to try and he's defending on the outside of Everett, and Everett's made that wide move, and now Magic Sagowitz is going to go down the inside towards Beckett. Good driving there from Sakovic, who knew that if Alex Everett did what he did there, he'd go wide, and as they come into Beckett's now, he takes the inside and 4th place. So Magic Sagowitz is optimising his points gaining here. If he can get 3rd place off Ben Gregory, I think you'll find it's been a very, very good meeting for him so far. But just behind these cars, there's another battle from Light Dominance. Pete Harrod side by side with Ben Warburton, Alex Bristow and Adam Gosling though in close attendance there.
Yeah, Pete Harrod hasn't really been able to get past the Warburtons. There's a smoke ahead, there's a car off. Is that the eye-glazing car of Ben Gregory? No, it isn't. It's who was that was going off then? But it was it was somebody. But Sakovic up to fourth place ahead of John Richardson, who, well, there's been a bit all sorts happening. But at the front, I can tell you, it is neck and neck. We're on the final lap, and it's Ben Hackerson who's in second place, putting all sorts of pressure on James Leggett, who takes a very tight line, trying to slow down Hackerson on the apex there. He's going to take the inside line. Hackerson going all four wheels off the track there. He's getting very close here. Surely there's not going to be contact here. Under the bridge they go, down the inside towards Brooklands. Leggett trying not to get him through, and there goes Hackerson off into the kitty litter, and Leggett is going to carry on at the front. Where's Hackerson going to come round? Because he's coming back onto the track right when there's cars bearing down on him, and he's done well there to keep out the way. But coming at the final corner now, through Woodcut Corner, is James Leggett. He's going to win his first race of this season. Well done to him for that race win. Ben Gregory is going to come in second. John Richardson made his way past Sakovic on this lap, so he finishes on the podium in third place, with Sakovic in fourth. Max Wright, a good result in the end, in fifth place. Alex Everett in sixth, with Pete Harrod finishing in seventh. Ben Warburton just losing out that place in that last lap in eighth place. Adam Gosling, brilliant drive from Adam Gosling there, started 33rd and has finished in 9th place. Chaz Draycott finishes 10th, with Alex Bristow in 11th. Tristan Bodis 12th place, with Ben Hackerson ending up in 13th place and getting into the side of Alex Everett there after the line, which isn't exactly nice, but there you go. Perry Warburton finished 14th, with Jay Wright 15th. 16th was Ryan Littlemore. He's another one that was on debut this time. Charlie Richardson in 17th. Rick Scott 18th after starting third, so a bit of a disaster for him there. Rover Verke in 19th place. Neil Bamber 20th, with Craig Evans in 21st place. Trevor Blackburn in 22nd. And the last of the lead lap runners was David Crozier, who we saw having a few incidents earlier on. He finished in 23rd place. Sam Reed 1 lap down in 24th. Michael Jones 1 lap down in 25th. Stuart Atkinson in 26th place, with Neil Rocks out the race. Michael Hall and Matt Bunn both retiring on the same lap, and but Sherburn and Flanagan as well, with Liam Atkins and Clinton Bell going out at the start. And Hackerson clearly isn't happy with James Leggett there, but you'd have to say Ben Gregory going on down that straight, he was all four wheels off the track down the Wellington straight, and he wasn't going to go anywhere but, was he, really?
No, I can have a look at that instant now, and James Leggett has been a victim of last lap drama before. We saw it at Charlotte. I'm just looking now, and as you can see, Ben Hackerson is actually all four wheels across. James Leggett does give him the room to start with and comes over a little bit on Ben Hackerson. I'm going to have a look now from the chase camera, see what happens when they get to Brooklands. Leggett moves over a little bit here on Ben Hackerson, and Ben Hackerson goes round, but I think Ben Hackerson really is four wheels off the ground. We see the track limits, and Ben Hackerson clearly on the exit of Beckett's has taken all four wheels off and has gone beyond the track limits. Leggett is 2 wheels over, but as you see, Hackerson is 4 wheels over, and what you got to wonder is, did Hackerson gain an advantage in momentum there from having 4 wheels over?
Yes, you would.
That's what I'm
exactly.
thinking.
So, he's got to be partially at fault there as well. And it's a racing instant, is that, because it's the slightest of touches, and Ben Hackerson is going down the inside, but he's got to make the corner as well. And it's a racing instant for me in the end there. Okay, he's not going to be happy, but it's one of those things. It's touring car racing, these things happen, and he has ended up finishing in 13th place, which is still an improvement on 20th. What we're going to do is we're going to see if we can have a word with our race winner to maybe get his side of the story. So we're going to be joined now by James Leggett, and you got that race win in the end there, James, after making a good start, and you were able to pull out a gap, but as we saw towards the end there, a little instant between you and Ben. Just talk it through from your point of view, please.
Start of the race, managed to get a better start than I think it was Max who was on pole. Managed to pull sort of a 6-7 second gap on him, and I was watching the relative waiting for a quick guy to pop up, and then saw Mr. Hackerson, and I was thinking, I've not quite done enough here. But yeah, he slowly reeled me in. I managed to cock up on the last couple of laps. Yeah, and then that kind of last lap, I knew he was going to make a move at that corner, the end of the straight, and he's driven off the track. Again, it's a case of white lines. I've had one win taken from me by force before, by somebody going off over the white line off the circuit.
Well, I was just about to say,
Yeah.
you've had one previous result where somebody's gone all four wheels off and taken you out. So this time around, it was one that's in your favour. We did mention it in the commentary that he went all four wheels off the track as well. So,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, though, you've won the race, and to win the race, you've still got to be able to get it across the line, and you're the one who's done that. So you must be pleased with the result, if nothing else.
Oh yeah, massively made up. I thought, the tail end of last season, I got the first win at the last race. I think it was at Donington.
Yeah.
Yeah, glad I've not quite kicked on as I hoped I would have, but yeah, glad I finally got this monkey off my back and got the first win of the season. So yeah, we'll see what the rest of the season brings.
Absolutely, and next week we're off to Road Atlanta. Is it a track that you particularly like, or have you run there at all?
I've not run there in the Kia, but I do like the track. I like the flow of the track. It's a good fun track. It should be entertaining. Certainly that kind of first, second turn over the brow, blind turn should be entertaining.
Absolutely. Well, anyone that you want to just have a quick mention to while you're here in the comms box?
Yeah, Ho and Stuart, my teammates. Ho's wheel has died, unfortunately, so he's unable to do the rest of the season, which is a shame. And sponsors Phil Wilkie of Loyalty and Distribution Clothing and the Bearded Barber. Yeah, Chaz and the other admins for helping kind of make this league as good as it's turning out to be.
Absolutely. We've got to say a quick mention to yourself, because it's you who collates all those paints and makes those little changes every week, even with the odd little mistake there. But we didn't notice it this week, so it's okay. But yeah, thanks a lot, James, and well done on the win.
All right, cheers, guys. Thanks for broadcasting. It's been fun. I look forward to watching this one back.
Thanks a lot, James. So yeah, James Leggett there, and I want to see if we can grab somebody else just quickly before we go. I'm just thinking one of the championship contenders, Adam Gosling, doesn't come on here unfortunately, so we can't speak to him. Magic's around. We'll have a quick look. Oh, actually, Ben Hackerson. He may be a little bit upset, but we're going to get his side of the story, and hopefully he does want to talk to ourselves. Well, Ben Hackerson, thanks for joining us here. All I can say is you must feel a little bit disappointed with that result.
Yeah, a little bit, obviously. Thought I had it. Don't really want to say much else about that.
Okay, so we won't mention anything about the result, but you're driving through the field. You must be happy with the way that you were able to get through the field and work your way through there, though, in the first place.
Yeah, it was brilliant. Again, it's the exact same as wherever we were last week. Can't remember now. Brands
Hatch, yeah.
Yep, I just love the short tracks, and you just get so many taking points that you can work it out a few corners before and go for it.
And of course, looking forward to next week, we've got Road Atlanta as well. I don't know which version we're running. Hopefully it'll be the short version, because that's another good short track with a good flow to it.
Yeah, again, the long one's not that much longer, is it? It's just got one more section. But as long as the chicane's there's always going to be overtaking. So I'm really looking forward to next week. It's one of my favourite tracks.
Well, I do want to say, unlucky for yourself, but it was still an improvement from where you started in the race. So I'm always a positives person. Well done for fighting your way through, Ben. And thanks for talking to us.
Thanks.
So quite an understandably upset Ben Hackerson there, and well, I think that'll be one where he needs to just sort of look and just see what happened there before maybe sort of maybe just taking 5 minutes, have a look at the decision, the result there. Don't you think, Dan?
Yeah, very diplomatic there. He could have come out and made some rather controversial comments, but I think he's done the right thing there. He's just not wanting to talk about the incident, and yeah, it's good. It's glad that he's been able to come on and talk to us about the rest of his race. But I can see why you'd be a little bit disappointed, but at the same time, I think that both drivers have played their part, I suppose, in the way. So it might be one the stewards have a look at, but I'm not going to say either way, because I think that there's elements of that incident where both drivers might think they could have done things differently there.
And, well, Dan, you've got another one of the championship contenders who had a pretty good week, and that's Maciej Sakovic.
Yeah, so my Maciej Sakovic, with Adam Gosling not finishing that first race, 2 solid finishes for you. That must put you near the top of the championship, if not leading now, Maciej.
I think I'm now back in the championship lead, but the gap is not big enough for me at this point.
No, of course, anything can happen in the Kia Club Series, and we've seen that many times. How have your races been for you? Obviously, in the second race coming through further back, we saw you in a very heated battle, but managed to get that podium place, and it just shows there that in that race you really did have everything go your way, I think, in a way.
Yeah, it was just hectic, trying to stay out of trouble all the time, to be honest. There was just so much going on. I was sweating buckets the whole race. I think, yeah, I need a bigger bucket for next week.
Yeah, it definitely was an interesting race for you, and obviously getting closer now with Adam's DNF, it's meant that the championship is blown wide open again, and Michael Hall not finishing that second race as well. That takes the pressure off a little bit of Michael Hall winning that first race, putting yourself back in the picture again, and it just shows that anything can happen in this Kia Club Championship, and it really is. It looks like it could be a fantastic end to the year.
Yeah, it's going to be mental, but since you said anything can happen, so I'm not saying I'm in the prime position to win it in any way at this point. Even if I have regained the championship lead, anyone, absolutely anyone who has the mathematical chance can win it. That's what happened last year. So yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You got Pete Harrod. He's had a couple of good results today as well. Michael Hall got disqualified from race 2, unfortunately, but you got John Richardson as well. And I think that after these races, I think there'll be only about 4 or 5 of you who really, we've got 2 race meetings to go after this one. It's going to come to the point soon where you've either got to you've really got to start making your moves and putting yourself in contention, because if you leave it too late, you're going to find it too far back. And I think after this race, what we'll see is there is probably about 4 or 5 drivers who have a realistic chance, and after next week at Road Atlanta, that will probably go down maybe a couple more. So it's just a case, I think, really now for you of just really trying to keep in that contention, I think.
Yeah, I guess so. But 4 or 5 people at this stage of the championship is still quite a lot, to be honest. That just shows how close the championship is. Week in, week out, is someone else on top.
Yeah, next week sees the BSR Club Series go to Road Atlanta. Is that something you're looking forward to there, Maciej?
I have never driven it on iRacing, so it is an unknown, but I think it's going to be a nice circuit for these. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, Road Atlanta is quite a fast-flowing circuit. I think we'll produce some good racing. And is there anyone you'd like to thank this week and for the rest of the season for your racing?
No.
Okay. Very honest there, Maciej. Thank you for your time and congratulations on your results tonight.
Yeah, thank you.
And well, just because he was waiting patiently for us in the little interview room that we've got here, I thought I'd bring him in here. Guy who made his debut last week in the series, didn't have the best of weeks last week, but this week showing forceful driving and taking a battered car home in 6th place in this last race. Alex Everett, what an introduction to the series you've had.
Yeah, not as you said, not a great race at Brands Hatch, but Silverstone, that was dramatic, but really enjoyed it.
And, well, we've seen you sort of getting your elbows out and you're not afraid to make a move on people, and certainly showed, you made in this last race here, started 13th, finished 6th. You must be pleased, that you're able to jump in when these guys have had over half the season gone practicing the car for you to be able to compete with them.
Yeah, I'm very surprised. When I started the BSR Club Series, I was sort of expecting to be, well, last. But, as you said, I'm not afraid to get stuck in and just get involved with everyone.
And, and how do you find the Kia? Because it's got its own peculiar style as this Kia, hasn't it, to drive? And how are you finding that racing in these close battles?
Well, it understeers a huge amount, so when it's 3 wide, I've got to concentrate, because I'm used to racing like the Mazda and the Spec Racer, which are quite oversteer driven. So with the Kia, it's very exciting, put it that way. I haven't quite got used to it. I think I could find another half second to a second from somewhere, but it's getting there.
Absolutely. Well, you'll find that with seat time. That's not a problem. Just finally, anyone you want to have a quick shout out to while you're in here?
Well, I'll shout out to my girlfriend Jodie, who was actually watching the live stream in this race. Other than that, thanks to James Leggett and Chaz, who have been helping me out the last week with basically getting into the series.
Well, it's absolutely great to have you in the series, and you've certainly produced some exciting racing in the 4 races that you've been in, so well done on the 6th place, and who knows, in the next couple of weeks you could get a podium.
Well, I thought I could get a podium then, but yeah, maybe in the future.
Absolutely. Well, thanks a lot, Alex. Fantastic result there. Well done.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
So that was Alex Everett, and as I say, he's sort of come onto the scene pretty late on in the season, and he's been able to race with some of the faster guys, hasn't he?
Yeah, Alex Everett making a real impression. He's showing that he's not afraid to get stuck in, and he shows qualities which I've seen in certain drivers in the Pro Series, and I think that if Alex, as you say, if you can find an extra half a second, that is something which the front runners should be pretty scared about, because he's not overly slow now, so with that extra seat time and gaining time, I think he'll be someone who can really give the front runners something to think about, because Alex Everett, I think, is someone we've not heard the last of here in BSR Club Series.
Absolutely. Well, it's been another thrilling and somewhat intriguing round, shall we say, if not for my internet problems. But yeah, it's been great to be here once again. Dan, fantastic to work with you as always. So it was from myself, from Dan Blake, and from Samuli Kumo on the cameras. It's a very good gone by from the BSR Kia Club Series in association with Club 73 Karting and XL Designs here on Apex Racing TV. We'll see you again next Sunday for more exciting action.